Hey everyone, it's Lizzie. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be printing out our debt tracking charts from debtfreecharts.com. I had gotten this a while ago, so I'm just going to be downloading them to go ahead and print them and paste them on a place that I will see them daily. So in case you missed it, my last video, I talked about us becoming in debt again. And just to kind of give you a little background, this was not personal debt. This was not due to us overspending on our household bills and transactions, variable spending. This was accumulated from the business that we had. And so since we no longer have the business active, we still are responsible for paying back that debt. And so something that we did that was comfortable for us, now I know there are many people out there that wouldn't agree, and we can agree to disagree. That is perfectly fine. This is what made sense for us, okay? We could not afford paying the minimum of the debts that was accumulated on the business. We had 2 business credit cards and it kind of got a little crazy. Yes, we could have managed that better, but reality is we found ourselves in business debt and we have to take responsibility for that. So we could not manage and pay the minimum payments on those credit cards. I'm talking like $400 minimum for one card and like almost $600 for the other card. No way. No way. So we had to figure out how can we incorporate this in our personal household expenses so that way we can tackle this and become debt free. And one of the ways was to do consolidation loan. Again, I know a lot of people don't agree with that, but again, personal finance is personal. We had to do what we had to do. And for that loan, it could only go up to a certain dollar amount and it didn't cover what we owed on these credit cards. It didn't cover. So we went to the max of what we could borrow so that way we can consolidate some of the loan or some of the credit card debt, and then the rest we did a balance transfer card, 0% interest for an introductory period. So that's what we did, okay? And we will, yes, pay off this debt. We are not using those credit cards. They are not in our possession. So it's not something that we will utilize and like build. It only works if you don't borrow more. You see, it only works if you're not thinking like you have a freedom and another card that you did the balance transfer, okay? So that is not us. We don't really use credit cards like that. We have personal credit cards, but we will use them like debit cards. We only swipe the card if we have the money available to pay it off. We like it for points. Again, everyone has their own opinions about that. Our opinion is as long as you have it in your account, you can go ahead and swipe. So I'm gonna go ahead and print off the debt tracking charts, and we're gonna go ahead and get to posting them here in my office space. We're gonna get to printing, that way we can get to visually seeing the progress that we're making on this debt. Okay, so I have them all printed out. 2 credit card ones and 1 personal loan. So let's go ahead and figure out what each of these lines will be based on what is owed and how many lines are on here. So let's go ahead and do that. So here is what the outlined debt-free chart tracker looks like. There are 50 of these lines here. And so the first credit card, we're going to be doing the snowball method. And so the very first credit card that we have has a starting balance, so as of the beginning of this year, had $69.39.38. So I'm just gonna round that up to $69.40 as what we have to pay up here. So $69.40. And this is for one of our city cards. So being that there are 50 of these, we're gonna do, let me see, $69.40 divided by 50 lines. So each line will be paying about $139. So let's just do 140, like this first line. So this line down here will be 0, right? And then this would be as 140. Each of these lines will be 140. So let's go ahead and just fill out this, and I'll do the same for my other city card. So this is the first one all filled out. So since that was paying 140, each of these lines will be that. And so I just got it all the way to the top. And then whenever you pay off that amount, you'll just go ahead and highlight it. So that's the first one. And the second card, me revealing all of my mess here. The second card that will be the next snowball has a starting balance as of this year. It was $7,138. So this being 0 and then being 50, 71 divided by 50. Each of these lines will be 143. I'm just gonna, add 145. So we'll just have this be 145 for those lines. So let's go ahead and just fill the rest of this out. And this is the second credit card tracker. Everything all filled in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to highlighting once I reach that point. And then now the big one, the personal loan. The balance is 19, or was as of the beginning of the year, 19,723. I just am rounding that up. And so with that being at 0, 19,723 divided by 50 lines, each line will be $395. Oof. That's about what a month's payment is. So every month I will just be highlighting this. Ah, Lord. All right, let's go ahead and fill out the rest of this one, and then we'll get it up on my wall. All right, this one is filled out. All right, now let's go ahead and put it where I want to in my office. That way I will always see it, and then we can start filling in. I think I can fill some of this one in here, but I'll just have to see what the current balances are on these, so that way we can get to tracking and staying accountable, you guys, because this is the year where we are going to be focused, committed to what our goals are. And the big goal of ours is to become debt free. I don't think it's going to happen this year, but we will tackle at least one of these to go ahead and just get this done and do the snowball method to apply it to the next debt. So I'm so ready. So let me go ahead and show you where I'm going to be displaying this in my office. All right, so I have this displayed on my little side of this shelf. So it's just on the side of my desk here. I had like scratches on the side of this after moving. You can see that. Ugh. So this is just a great way to cover it anyways. But I have already filled in one of these. I checked the balances, and this is down a little over $200, but not quite to the $240. So we hope to tackle this and get this all filled in. It's just gonna be so satisfying to see the progress, and haven't yet filled this one of the lines of this one I just checked. So this is what my little debt payoff visual is, how it's looking like. Hope, of course, is to share my progress with you guys, and I just hope that this gives you some inspiration to get creative with your tracking. I think that when you see stuff like that visual over there, it just motivates you more, and especially being involved in a community like this, having accountability. That's what this is all about. So I am cheering you on wherever you are in your debt payoff journey or your financial journey, whether it be you're wanting to have your emergency fund established. That's going to be another goal of ours, to have at least like 6 months of our expenses saved in a dedicated, like, high yield savings account. So this is the start of something new. And yeah, I just hope you found this helpful and just encouraging to you, and you kind of just to see the behind the scenes of what we are doing. I hope to share like meal ideas, some challenges of like only spending a certain amount of money for groceries, and that we can do this thing together. So that is everything for today's video, and I will see you guys right here in a brand new one. Bye guys.